Hi guys, it's Tim here from PC Gamer. I'm joined again by Owen and Tom. I think this is a really interesting category for us. We're going to talk about our free game of the year. I guess it's the one thing the PC, well, one of the things the PC has over all the other platforms is that we have a deluge of free stuff and almost infinite choice in what we get to play. And the free games are getting extremely good, and the games in this category are easily the match of anything that's paid for now. So the first game we want to talk about in our highly commended is World of Tanks, which kind of exploded onto the scene, bulldozed its way through a house and said, "Hi, I'm here." Yeah. Tom, you're still playing World of Tanks. What makes it so good? Why are you still playing?
Basically, World of Tanks is a hardcore tank sim without the 10-turn manual.
Right.
It's basically, you get accurate tanks that really existed, you fight on accurate battlefields, and it accurately models tank physics and does all that stuff, but it plays like a first-person shooter. So you get all of that brilliant, nerdy tank war, but packaged in a way that is easy to understand, but quite difficult to get good at.
So it's almost like Counter-Strike outside, but you can only turn your head like that.
Yeah, it's like Counter-Strike, except you weigh 10 tons and there's a great big cannon attached to your face.
And you're on tracks.
And you're
so not really like Counter-Strike at all.
No.
But why? So how does the free stuff work in it?
Well, the free stuff is really you only pay to save yourself time in World of Tanks. The unlock system is incredibly absorbing. Basically, you unlock new armor types, new gun types for your tanks that let you customize them. And by the time you get to the end of the tank's life cycle, it will be amazing. It will be like a fully maxed out tank will be better than the best tank in the game, technically. But then you're only a few steps away from unlocking the next tank, and you just can't stop playing basically when you're at that stage. Sure.
The one thing that I've heard about World of Tanks though is it the LOL tractor that you start with is unbelievably bad.
Yeah, there's no redeeming that thing. It's just basically a tractor on a battlefield full of proper war tanks that are shooting at you all the time. And the thing is, as soon as the LOL tractor appears on a server, everyone goes, "Kill the LOL tractor!" Everyone always targets it as first things go. But yeah.
So a bit unfair if you're not paying, but still a bit of a laugh.
Very funny, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So the next game I want to talk about went free to play this year. Team Fortress 2. It's one of the greatest PC games of all time, if not the greatest PC game of all time, my estimation. Is now free, and if you want to buy it, you can buy a hat, and it's like £4. We gave away a hat in TF2 actually this year. It was very exciting. Yeah. So. You play a lot of TF2, Owen. Yes. You're still playing it, even if it's free. What has the free stuff done to the game?
Well, it's kind of, TF2 was always a game where you could customise your own character and create your own kind of build almost, even though you restricted to certain classes. But now with the TF2 stuff, it's meant that they can expand. So there's so many hats, and there's so many items, so many weapons, that I feel like my medic is my own special medic, and no one else has got. I mean, I painted the beak on my mask, a certain colour. I've renamed my backpack.
What's your backpack called?
Oh, I'm Bob's Healy Pipe. I've renamed these things, and that's created my own character. I mean, before you could still do it, but it never felt quite as exciting as that. But now it's very personal, which is awesome.
It's just the other thing as well is that Valve are kind of opening up item creation to the community. So it's not only a great free game, it's a way for modders to kind of almost support themselves making stuff, and some of the community creations are just easily the match of anything that Valve have done so far. I'm especially excited to see one of the submissions on the Steam Workshop, which is an engineer whose kind of gun is attached to his back, and presumably can only walk very slowly, but he's got like a giant machine gun on the back, and hopefully other engineers can upgrade him.
Oh, that's amazing.
I'd love to see that stuff in the game, but with the Steam Workshop, hey, maybe it will be.
I think the cool thing as well, this means that because it's free to play and they're still making loads of money from it, the updates are still significant updates that make TF2 more and more awesome. And this long after release, that could only have happened if they'd made it free to play. That's awesome.
So our winner in the free game category, I don't really like using the free to play word. It's just a free game. Is League of Legends. Every developer we talk to always cites League of Legends free to play mechanics as the model for how to do free stuff in gaming. The way it works is that there's always a roster of about 10 or 12 heroes that you can play as at any time and just kind of launch in. After 2 weeks, the roster will change and you have a new set of heroes. if you want to continue playing with those old heroes, you're free to buy them, and there's kind of constant sales on and everything. So you've always got a kind of good batch. So it's like, if you like Chun-Li, buy it. You've got Chun-Li forever. If you use a kind of Street Fighter analogy, and it just works. It's really fun. You don't feel like you have to throw loads of cash at it, and you find a character you love, you play him. It's brilliantly done.
Yeah, I mean, you pay for. You can always play and have a good time, and it's never kind of unbalanced. But if you want to pay, you pay for variation. Basically, you think, right, I wouldn't mind playing a different character today, so I'm going to choose. I'll play as that guy. But even those, I mean, you can still, after say a couple of days play, you can still unlock people for free. Yeah. I mean, you just pay for the idea of going in with 5 or 6.
Yeah, that is true as well. Yeah. I think the success of League of Legends is really exciting, and there's games coming up now like Tribes, who are going to use a similar system. I can't wait to see what happens when the big kind of shooter developers and action game developers see what League of Legends have done and apply it to their own games. I just think it's a really exciting time to be a PC gamer, and that's down to the free category. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about RPG of the Year. If you join us then, if you want to kind of let us know what you think in the comments, that'd be great. You may disagree.